What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Redcat Live. If this is your first time watching, of course, Redcat Live is a show that happens every week on average, unless I'm sick or in Las Vegas for SEMA, like last week, where we talk about a lot of the new updated products that we might have, maybe some new things happening, talk about upcoming events and shows and so on, maybe answer some questions, and really kind of give you a barbershop feel to talking about RC when it comes to Redcat products. Of course, today's episode is no different. We're going to talk about some different things, talk about some upcoming events as well, talk about some things that we're going to go over, like the wheels that we actually officially launched, the 1.3s, these bad boys right here. We're going to actually build the set here live on the show. If you own an Apex, it'll be kind of a great way to see how we put them together, just to give you folks an idea of how we do things around here. But before we get a little bit further, and I'm waiting for my trusty sidekick to join us today. I don't know where he is. Let's see what's up with some of the guys that are already hanging out in the chat. Shay Kick, what's going on, good sir? Appreciate you as always. Thank you for hanging out with us. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Teddy Westby. What up, Teddy? How you doing, big dog? Appreciate you as always. We got Jamie Fernandez. What's going on with you, boss man? Thank you for hanging out as always as well. We got Gino here representing Pueblo, Colorado. Always good having you. Thank you for hanging out. Teddy Westby out here representing hashtag Black Boys, holding it down. Sean Ashby, what's going on, good sir? Thank you for hanging out. Chris Stanley's back at it again, hanging out. We got DNA Records. He wants to know about the ice cream truck. Don't know what you're talking about. Canon Music is here as well. How y'all doing? You're not supposed to chuckle, remember?
I yelled at for that last time. Great.
Oh, man. Let's see if I can change this to a different font. But what's going on, Shane? How you doing, bro?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's change font.
Built the crawler course all morning. And yeah.
That's right, you did. You were working on a crawler course that we have here, and it's made by who?
Mountain Blocks.
Mountain Blocks. Okay. If you guys don't know Mountain Blocks, strongly recommend you check them out. We're proud owners of a setup, and we've been that's actually why we're late.
We got it built like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, and then of course we were already seeing who can do a line better than the next. So it's always a good time. Let me see. Sideshow, Marky, what's going on? Appreciate you. Ricky Wee was in the house as well. Nelson B, what's up with you? Rico out of Fresno, thank you for hanging out with us, man. Do you smell what the Redcat is cooking? We're not cooking much today, but
I saw a bunch of ketchup packets in here earlier.
No, don't even start. Oh, man. Earl's RC, what's going on? It's from Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate you. AZ Des Rider, what's up with you, big dog? Appreciate you. Team Kaibyo, is that how I pronounce that?
Yeah, I think it's cat something in Japanese.
Gotcha. Any drift content? Anything coming up?
Not that I know of.
Are you going to any drift competitions?
I don't know. Tandem RC is supposed to be doing something interesting with like a drift stadium truck deal.
Okay.
But we'll see.
It's a drift stadium truck deal.
Yeah, they have Johnson.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of wild.
Very interesting.
Okay.
So
but
our RDS has quite a lot of travel in it, so it works fairly well for it.
There's more longer shocks on it.
You just stock shock, thick oil, good to go.
Full send.
Yeah.
Oh man, Francisco Garcia, what's going on with you, man? Earl's RC says Bill, AZ Des Rider, Earl. Love to see you guys out there, man. So yeah, guys, check it out. Today's episode is not going to be much different. We got some things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what we saw at SEMA. Well, the one reason we went to SEMA. Give you guys a little bit of information behind that as well. The obvious launch of the new 1.3-inch beadlock wheels for the smaller ascents, the 18 scale. And we're actually going to show you guys how to put a set together as well. Take a set apart from the factory Apex and then assemble a wheel so that you guys can hopefully do it a little easier at home. But before we do any of that, let's look at this month's virtual car show and submissions that were dropped in. If you guys don't know, every month we try to have a virtual car show where we have you guys submit photos to this website, this email address that you guys see here underneath, sa@redcatracing.com. And we compile all those photos together and share them with you guys as a highlight of what we have going on, or what you guys have submitted. So here it is. Without further ado, check it out. The November virtual car show. All right. So big shout out to every single one of you that took the time out of your day and made an effort to send those in. If you don't want to miss next month's opportunity to have your vehicle featured on the show, I recommend that you guys send in and submit your photos to sa@redcatracing.com, and we'll make sure we share those out at the beginning of December. So thank you guys that submitted. You guys are awesome, and we can't wait to see what else you guys do. So, all right, there were some questions that were coming up, so let's kind of scroll back up a little tiny bit and see if we can answer some of these. Let's see here. Jordan said he had a question for support. I don't know if we can answer your question, but if you drop it, we can see if we can give it a stab, Jordan. So if it's something that we know, we'll be happy to see if we can answer for you here for you. Edwards here says, are you guys going to drop any gold trim kits for the 65 and the 63 all gold bumpers and trims? I know it's been in talks.
It is being worked on. I can't give you an exact date though.
Okay. So it is something that we're currently working on, but we'll update you as soon as we have a better idea, Edward. But thank you so much for the question. Let's see. Alan, what's going on with you, man? Thank you so much. Demolisher in the house as well. When are we going to get an Apex Lowrider paint cross?
You probably talk to Monster Graphics and get decal sets for them.
Yeah.
I mean, most of our lowriders are all decals anyway. So.
That's true. That's true.
Unless you want to do, I mean, you could paint it the same way as most people paint the lowriders on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go as crazy as you want.
Any idea if we're ever going to drop another 10 scale crawler?
We're always working on stuff, so you never know.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, it could be next year. It could be in 2025. What year are we in?
We're in 2025.
2030, you know. You never know.
Plus or minus 5 years?
Yeah.
You never know. Somewhere there? All right.
Somewhere around there.
AZ Des Rider, 18 scale lowrider, even if it's just bags. I know this has been brought up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the intricacy, I think, behind being able to do something like that will, I mean, it's a lot to fit into a small package. I mean, the smaller a vehicle gets. I love the idea. I just don't know if and when we'll be able to get to that point. Because I know right now you guys have quite a bit on your plate as we speak.
There's 7 projects on my desk
alone,
and I only work on the crawler and special projects.
Right. So there's obviously a lot of stuff that even the other guys are working on as well. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see, but you never know. I mean, you guys asking the question might even spark that train of thought to maybe push something in that direction. So, we always appreciate those kinds of questions. AZ Rider, thank you so much for that. RC Bettina guy, what's going on? Good, sir. Appreciate you as always. We got Mark Tullock. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out, man. I know that Chris Stanley's been asking for this quite a bit. I know it's been in the works. We're working on it, talking about it quite a bit. I still have not been given a definite yes or no as to when they're going to arrive or if they're in the works at the moment. I know that we have the factories quite busy with other projects at the moment, Chris, but I appreciate you continuing to check in, brother. Thank you as always. Do you know when the Vertex is going to be back in stock? I don't have an indefinite answer at the moment. I know they went out of stock, I want to say about almost a week and a half ago now. If we're lucky, we should hopefully get another shipment in, I want to say sometime in December, best case scenario.
Yeah, I think they're being assembled now, so it'll be maybe 5 weeks, maybe more. That's not a definite, just in case, but somewhere around there.
In a perfect world, hopefully before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't, I mean, like anything we sell lately,
we weren't expecting it to sell out.
Right.
We were hoping that was going to last until like Chinese New Year, which is like February-ish. But yeah, they sold out a lot quicker. Thank you.
Which is a great thing. So thank you guys for supporting that product 100%. Let's see. Dustin Powell says, any chance on some high clearance links for the Apex, also in different colors potentially?
Probably not high clearance. There's quite a few other guys who've been making high clearance link sets on their own. RC Steve 710, 828 RC. Do you know of any other ones?
Not off the top of my head.
But they use a lot thinner link set, so they can do the high clearance. Because our links are pretty thick, doing high clearance isn't really possible.
They're chunky.
Yeah, but they're strong.
Yeah.
Like ox. But yeah, so if you want high clearance or like something kind of crazy like that, some of the guys are having outboard links on the rear. So if you want something like that, I'd hit up one of those guys. So
yeah, from what I've seen, the guys that do have them out there, they're pretty stout. They're doing pretty good with them. And the bends on the high clearance are really nicely done. So definitely worth checking out. RC Lowrider Connect, thank you so much for hanging out, brother man. We got Ruben Willis. What's up, big dog? Edgar Sanchez, I have an issue with my wheels on my 64. I keep losing only the right rear knockoff. Can you guys help? Yes. What you can do is you can use purple Loctite, just a tiny bit to be able to hold it on.
Just make sure it's purple. Purple is the very low strength version.
Right. You don't want to use red. You don't want to use blue. You want to use the purple one because it's just enough to keep it on and give you enough friction. Another thing that you can do that I've seen like Jeffries do is he uses Elmer's glue. He's a tiny bit of Elmer's glue on the threads, and that's just enough as well. It's not super tacky where it breaks the plastic or melts the plastic.
You can still get it off.
And you can still break, you can still get it off without any issues. So, Team Quintero, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Shay Kick, any chance that we're working on a lowrider bomb like a 40s or 50s car, even if the idea is in the air? We actually have, and I mentioned this quite a bit in the past. We have a really long list of cars that we want to work on, and they range from years, from that era all the way up to even more modern cars. And in a perfect world, I think, and I didn't think about this. I'm sure the owner didn't think about it. It would have been awesome to have dropped, dropped them in years, like every time we drop one, do like a 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, you kind of, on. But I know that we kind of bounced around, obviously starting with one of the world's most popular lowrider, the 64, and then obviously going to the, Monte on a different platform, and then doing the 59, then the 53, then the 63, sorry, then the 65. So I know it's been kind of cattywampus. Going back and forth, but there are a lot of cars that are wants for us, and it's just a matter of just having to wait and see what is next. But yes, we are working on things. I'm not sure if we're in that era just yet, but I know it's a want. I definitely know it's a want. Hey, thank you, Desrado, man. Absolutely, guys. Let's give a big shout out to all the veterans out there. Yesterday was Veterans Day, so let's please tip our hats off and give big thanks for everyone that has served. Thank you so much for your service out there. Thank you guys for your ultimate sacrifice as well. We greatly appreciate all of you guys' hard work. Let me see. Craig Webb says, "When we're going to see you pull some wrenches, you would make good boss always getting someone to work for you." Listen, I love to, but I'm here. I'm managing this. I can swap with him.
I'm good. You don't want me doing that.
See what I'm saying? He'll accidentally like kill the live if we do that. So that's
It's
what
only happened once.
Yeah, and of course there was a time where I would actually wrench quite a bit here and actually manage everything at the same time, and it was kind of a disaster.
A little much.
It can get, but yeah, I appreciate it, Craig, man. Great observation. Love it. Let me see. Sovian says, "What's good, brothers? Been trying to look for replacement Valkyrie MT wheels for a while. Any idea when we'll be back in stock?" No, I don't have an idea at the moment. Have you at least made sure that you click the notify me link to make sure that we let you know? I will try and make a note of that so that we can let me get my pen so that we can I can look into that for you as well and see if I can get an update for you guys for next week. So that was Valkyrie, right?
Yeah, MT.
ETA. All right, but thank you so much for the question. Let's see. Argentina guy says, "Let's see a new COE cab. That would be sick." John Johnson, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate you as always. Mark Tullock wants to know, is the High Kong the same as the Vertex 6, other than the body?
The Econ.
Econ.
So have we talked about that on this?
I don't think we've talked. We've met. I think we've touched a little bit of base, but I don't think we've gone into high depth on it.
Okay, so I don't exactly know 100% what we can say, but Yikong is the factory that makes the car for us. So when we initially started working on the car, we were like, hey, can we also build a car based on this design? So they basically took our chassis rails, made a different body for it. But we have quite a few different upgrades. Let's see, don't know 100% what I can say. So our Fusion's a little different. We have 8.4, there's a 7.4, because we spec a very specific Fusion from Hobbywing, like our Ascent and all that stuff. Our hole placement on the chassis for the shocks are a little different. Let's see, obviously the body's different. We have steel tubes in the axles. They don't. They might update that, I would imagine, at some point, but a little different. Let's see. There were some other differences as well.
But there are some
small
differences.
Yeah.
And of course, if you, is it pronounced Yikong?
Yikong, yeah.
Okay. And obviously Yikong on their box, if I'm not mistaken, they actually have co-designed with Redcat, right? So it kind of shows a partnership that we've been able to do with them as well, out of respect for both parties.
And they did some stuff on the car, but a good chunk of it is our design.
Absolutely, man. Justin Aldridge, thank you so much for hanging out. We got Jacob Eckwright here as well. E Flores, yes, that purple Loctite, man. I'm telling you, it works wonders. In fact, all the new vehicles that we sell, there's a card inside of the box.
Lowriders.
Oh, the Lowriders, yeah. All the new Lowriders that we sell, there's a card in there that'll give you a QR code that'll take you to a video showing you how we apply just a little tiny bit of that purple thread locker on there for you guys. So again, a little bit goes a long way. All right, so guys, I'm gonna squeeze on forward, guys. I appreciate you guys all hanging out with us. Jack Jones here as well. Team Quintero says he wants to know about the ice cream truck. Well, do I talk about the elephant in the room?
Are we allowed to talk about that?
No, it's easier to ask forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. And
I don't know. I wasn't in that meeting, so I don't know if we can.
all right, you know what? Because you asked so nicely, Tim. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna dive a little bit into it. So, one of the reasons I was not here last week was because I was in Las Vegas, and I was there specifically to hang out at the Rockford Fosgate booth to set up this right here. As you can see right behind is the original Mr. Cartoon ice cream truck, the real truck. It is an international harvester truck, utility truck, right?
Red van. Yeah.
That was turned into an ice cream truck many, many years ago. It's been an iconic vehicle. And of course, we've been working on this. The first initial email that kicked this off with the factory was November of 2022 is when we started this project. So this project has been in the works for almost
very long time,
3 years at this point. And big shout out to Jeffries. Jeffries actually connected the Mr. Cartoon team with us to be able to work with them side by side on this project. The Mr. Cartoon truck itself will be exclusively available through the Mr. Cartoon website. And I did put it in the link in the description, and my moderator will actually add this right now to the comments for you guys if you guys want to go sign up. The actual truck will be available on their website initially, and then eventually we will also have them available on our website as well. The truck is only going to be offered for a limited number only. I do not know the exact number of units that will be available, but it is a very, very limited number. Once they are gone, they are gone. The bodies themselves will not be available as clear body options, and we don't know if we'll do anything further with this body itself. A couple of specs that you should know: it is an LR260 chassis underneath this product itself. So it's a Monte Carlo chassis underneath, and it has been slightly modified to be able to hold this body. It does have an interior inside of it with a faux amp rack, speakers, and faux TV, on display in there as well, with the bobblehead that you guys see there. So yes, it is coming. We hope in a perfect world to see it sometime before the end of the year. That is the goal. But of course, sometimes there's logistics involved that we don't have control over. But it is coming. So if you guys want an opportunity to purchase one, definitely go and check out that link that my moderator put in the comments, or the link in the description, so that you guys can check it out. Again, it is going to be available exclusively through Mr. Cartoon's website, and we will be offering it eventually sometime later as well, until those units run out. And again, once they are gone, they are gone. All right. Let's see. Can you tell us when the Ascent Apex Aluminum skid plates, red and bronze, and the Apex brass skid plates will be in stock? No.
So someone actually asked a question earlier about the interportal boxes as well. Those are all on the same shipment. I thought they were supposed to be here by now, but they're not here yet. That's all I know. Mm-hmm. But definitely soon. They were on the water last time we checked. I just don't know when exactly they're coming. If Redcat wants to pop in, if he's got an ETA, but I don't know if we do.
Okay, perfect. And John Johnson, I agree with you. I would be floored if we ever were to do something like that. Like, put my head on the top, make my head bobble, like taco-like. You know what I'm saying? So maybe a hot sauce bottle in one hand and like this.
Ketchup bottle in the other.
It's not ketchup, bro. Only because you use ketchup because it's too spicy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, guys, let's get back to the real reason that we have today's episode. We talked about a couple of things I wanted to discuss, which were those things. But again, as mentioned, last time we were live, we did share with you guys the fact that we were going to be bringing on these 1.3-inch beadlock wheels for the Apex and Ascent lineup. Mm-hmm. They do come with a specific offset as well. You guys can see the difference here. It's negative 75 millimeter offset, negative 0.75 offset on those wheels, when the stock ones come with a negative 3.75 millimeter offset stock on the Apex. This will narrow your track width on the Apex if you guys were to use these, if I'm not mistaken, right, Shane?
Yeah, it basically brings it in 3 millimeters on each side. Mm-hmm. So
and
some of the guys who think it's a little too wide, these will bring it in a little bit.
Absolutely. And these will be available in the carbon fiber face with the red anodize, or the carbon fiber face with the black anodize, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to show you guys what it takes to disassemble one of the beadlocks on the Apex, and then we're going to go ahead and mount one out.
Yeah.
All right. So You want me to change camera angles for you?
I guess. Yeah. How's it? Can you zoom in on the?
I can. Let me know how close you want to go with it. Hold on.
Oh, that works. Yeah, that'll work.
So
I'm gonna do one, and then we'll.
You got to do it step by step. So step one is we're going to be removing.
You remove the wheel.
And what are we using? We're using a nut driver.
Yeah, it's a 5.5.
A 5.
Or sorry, 5. Just 5.
5 millimeter nut driver to remove the nut.
So once you have the wheel off, right?
You got to use your seductive voice.
I don't have one of those.
You do. You have one. It's natural. After we remove the wheel.
So then you're going to remove these 6 screws that go around the hub. These hold the wheel together. Since it's a beadlock compared to the normal SN18 glue-on wheels.
Mm-hmm. And let me see, Giorgio. We personally do not have pricing on that, but you're going to want to keep an eye out on the website for the Mr. Cartoon ice cream truck on the Mr. Cartoon website. They'll be announcing price points when they are ready.
Yeah, and these wheels do fit on all the SN18s, any 24 scale you have, anything that's like a 7 millimeter hex. So it'll fit for everything. And then you can even use like the stock SN18 Scout wheels or the high steer wheels or tires, and then just stretch them onto these wheels because they are 1.3. A lot of the comp guys will do that. So
yeah, there was a question also asked, and let me see here. Tony P says, "Hey guys, any chance you guys have a rear view mirror 3D print files for a Gen 7? If you go to our Thingiverse website, I believe we had some up for like the Gen 8, if I'm not mistaken."
I put it in the chat for him.
Oh, you did?
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweet. Thank you so much, Tony P. Yeah, so check out the chat. Mr. Redcat himself put it in the comments for you.
all right, so once you have the screws out, you kind of just pull this apart.
Are they gonna have to save any of the hardware, Shane? Or
No, it's all new hardware. Yeah. So then you have your inner ring, outer ring, and front ring. And then
now, is this a directional tire? Should we be?
these aren't directional. So on the SN18 high steer, they are directional. On the Scout, they are also directional, but on the Apex, they're not. So when you do get these, see there's a bunch of hardware around the face. So you kind of have to take the whole ring off. When you get these initially, I think there's only 4 screws in there. But these are one of the samples, so we built them all.
Okay.
So I just have to take all these screws out.
So there's usually like 4 holding it on. The rest will be like in a Ziploc bag.
Still be in a bag with it. Yeah.
And those of you that are of age, the little baggies, if you know, you know. Let's see here. AZ Desert, yeah, it was a nice call from the engineering team to choose that combination.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely popped with the carbon fiber and the anodized.
Yeah, and the ring, it's kind of hard to see because we chose the only set we had left out of the box was a black ring, but it's like a really fancy machine black ring. It's not just like a flat piece of aluminum. Oh, there you go. So you can see we have a bunch of extra little pockets built into it, and then all the holes on the actual wheel are chamfered, so it's really solid wheel choice, design, whatever you want to call it.
Great choice of words.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
back,
I don't have an English degree. I have an engineering degree.
and back to you, Shane. Tell him what he's won, Bob. Nova Gaming. Are you going to be making any more bodies for the LRH 285 chassis? The LRH 285 chassis, for those of you guys that don't know, is the same chassis that we have underneath the 59 Impala, 63, 64, 65. It's been a pretty stout chassis. I would venture to say I don't think we're going to be done with it just yet. It's been pretty stable, but I don't know if you guys have a lot left in you sizing-wise for bodies to make for it.
It kind of depends because the wheelbase starts to get a little weird with like What was the one people always ask us to do that like tucks
The
in really
Mercury.
hard? No, it's the one that like goes like this on the side.
Oh,
I don't think it's the Riviera.
like a glass house kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one with the way the chassis set up, because I think we put it on a car before.
Mm-hmm. And you're talking about the side of the body kind of tucks in a little too aggressively.
Yeah, and so with how wide it has to be to make it look good, you get the car is super wide, and then you have to make the wheelbase longer, which doesn't fit. So like something like that to make it look correct would need like a new pan.
Mm-hmm.
So which we could do. We can keep the wheelbase and the width, and then just redo a pan for it that allows it to tuck in a lot more. But I know when we looked at it, that was one of the main issues.
So now that you got the screws out, you're separating the wheel.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. Hold on. So you can see the way these are set up. It's got carbon ring hub on the back, which I think there are hubs on the market that might fit this, but we don't include anymore. But it's just bolted straight to the carbon face. So all you got to do is kind of lines up in a plus symbol orientation here.
And there's no incorrect way orientation.
Yeah, no. Okay. As long as it goes in, you're good. So actually, you don't need to take that piece out. But so with this, you take your inner wheel ring, slap it in the tire.
I can't see that. You got that.
Oh, hold on.
There you go.
It's kind of hard because we chose everything black.
Right. Mark, I agree. Electric is good, but we found that when we use electric, people tend to use it and abuse it, and then they call us because they break
you strip
screws or you strip
them
things,
pretty easily.
And then they're like, "Well, I saw them do it online."
Yeah.
They don't understand that some of those have clutches
that
need to be tuned, right?
So, so once your inner ring's in there, you just slap the assembled part of the wheel in. Mm-hmm. It'll click a little bit. Then you just slap the beadlock on and then bolt everything in.
Nova Gaming, he says, why not use the MC Monte Carlo chassis or the axle on it on the rear to help tuck in?
Then it's long. It's not long enough at that point.
Mm-hmm.
All of the what's the chassis for that? It's not G body. It's basically the main chassis for all the Impalas around like the 60s years is such a long chassis that if we use the Monte Carlo chassis, it's going to look really odd.
He's saying that if we were to use the Monte axle for the rear because they're narrower.
Oh, that would work.
But that could help. But one of the issues that we have is we don't want to have to redesign the pan of the LRH 285. And any modification, especially when you have that overhang that needs to come in more, and if it's going to be hanging on and pushing in on the body itself, it's going to make the whole body look really cartoonish by bulging it out. And that's the issue, is that we needed to tuck in more. So the one option is to make a whole completely new mold. And if we're going to do a new mold, then at that point, we might as well make a new chassis and build upon it if that were the case, right? But I love the way you're thinking, Nova Gaming. Spot on, bro. Spot on. Good job on that one.
Yeah, and so when you're assembling these, usually I just put basically like north, south, east, west screw-wise, just so you get like an even clamping force on the tire, or else you can get it'll be like wobbly once you assemble it.
He wants to know, do you happen to know what the weight difference between the old and new Apex wheel are?
I do not. Honestly, these, even though they're carbon and like a nice machine piece, they're probably slightly heavier than the plastic, but I don't know the weight difference. So, unless, Devin, you got a scale over there?
Nope. Okay. You want me to grab that one?
Yeah, I have this one pulled apart. It should be on Aaron's desk.
The good thing is I'm still alive, so I can walk out and like, as I walk down, we look at some really cool stuff.
Bunch of stuff you can't show anyone. But yeah, so usually I'll just start with doing the four corners, and then your bead's pretty much set at that point, so you don't have to worry about like it falling out. You can just slap the rest of the time, or slap the rest of the screws in.
I hope you've been keeping my people entertained.
It's been like 30 seconds.
You should have came up with a lot of dad jokes by then with those New Balance shoes you wear.
All right, let's see.
All right, so the factory Apex wheels weigh at a staggering
11 grams.
11 grams.
And the new ones are 23.
23 grams.
So per wheel.
So a little bit over double the weight
Mm.
from the stock ones. See, Heath, you ask, we deliver. Yes. RC Granny's in the house. What up? Let's see. Chris Stanley, as I mentioned earlier, you might have missed it. We have not been given price points yet. That'll be determined by the Mr. Cartoon team. So I would venture to check out that link that we shared. It's in the description of this video. Sign up for it, and they'll let you know as soon as they're available with price points. So that has not been shared with us. We are obviously the exclusive engineering and manufacturing of them, and it was an exclusive drop for the Mr. Cartoon team. They're going to launch first, and then once they launch, at some point down the road, we'll offer them as well. And they are going to be a very limited run. So there'll only be X number available. Once they're gone, from what I understand.
Yeah, so then once you got all the screws pretty much in, I just do one more pass and make sure they're all tight. You don't have to go super tight on these.
And these aren't more some of those pain in the butt beadlocks where you have them on the inside and the outside, right?
Yeah, just on the outside on these.
Jacob Eckhart says, this would be cool if we can see this wheel in a offer in the 110.
Yeah, it would be. We can look at it. Depending on how these sell, we probably will. Me and Aaron have been trying to get wheels made for a very long time, but we just don't know if it'll sell. So, and these wheels are kind of expensive to make, since it is a carbon face and a nice machined aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of depends based on how these sell. We'll look at the 10 scale one.
Yeah.
So, because the 10 scale one, we might have to do different hubs for, but
right.
Yeah, no.
No, but gaming, we have not discontinued the Monte. The Monte is still available. They just, as soon as we get them, they're gone. We stopped making them in the other colors because the other colors took forever to sell. So we started only carrying the most popular colors, which were the blue and the black, were ironically the most popular color for the Monte Carlo itself. But we just, yeah, as soon as they arrive, I mean, they're gone. And not just by you guys that buy them, but the hobby shops, select hobby shops, buy them in bulk as well. They just go really fast. So, but it's not discontinued. So there it is.
So yeah. Am I building all four of these or just the one?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's my truck, so I need you to do it right.
Fair enough.
I'm just kidding. No, you don't have to do the rest of it.
Okay. I was gonna say this one, I don't know if it's complete.
No. It was just, to give the folks an idea of what it takes to install one. And, unlike other manufacturers of wheels, remember get it squeezed together, put a little bit of soap.
Oh yeah, no, these are easy. So even if like I said earlier with these, you can stretch they're a 1.3 wheel. You can stretch a 1.0 wheel on a 1.0 tire onto them, and it works pretty well. I haven't done it with the Scout wheels, but I have done it with our 60 millimeter Ascent 18 high steer tires, and they work pretty easily. What's the other aftermarket we have? Everything. The little guy racing parts wheels or tires stretch onto them pretty easily. So it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a little bit more work, but it's not too bad.
Right. Craig Webb has a question. Says, what's your opinion with weight? Heavy wheels and brass on truck, or light wheels and heavy truck? Fusions are what we have.
Always do. Well, it depends. So you kind of want all your weight on the axle, not necessarily on the wheel. The more weight you put in the wheel, the more rotational mass you have, and that just creates a ton of issues. The more rotational mass you have, the more like parts will break. Like it puts a lot more stress on the CVs or universals or the Fusion. Yeah, like on the Fusion, it's got a universal, so it puts a lot of stress on that. We haven't really seen any break, but it's still there.
Right. And you also have to think about
So-
it too, that if you have more rotational mass on a heavier wheel itself, it's going to affect a little bit of your performance when it comes to, like, let's say, drag brake and how it holds. You know, that goes into effect as well. So I personally, it also kind of depends on your driving style. I have certain trucks where I put heavy wheels on it and it crawls great with all my weight on the axles and the wheels themselves. I mean, my Ascent Fusion is a pig.
Mhm.
I think we weighed it in and we were laughing at it.
Yeah, yours weighs too much.
Yeah. But I also run no springs on my shocks.
Which is also not recommended.
Yeah.
From me.
But that's my style. You know,
Yeah.
it works for me in the way I drive. And when we go out and crawl, I mean, there's things that he does that I'm just like, whoa. And there's things that I get to do and he goes, there's no way. You know, it just kind of goes back and forth in that sense. And then there's other times where, like, I have another truck that has super light wheels, carbon fiber wheels with 3D printed rings on them. But my weight is in the axle itself, and that just keeps the rotational mass down. So it just really depends on what you want to accomplish at the end of the day. I think the lower you can set the weight at any given point is better for lower center of gravity, so that you don't have a top heavy truck or a truck that's going to tip over easily, a truck that can side hill better. But like anything else, you have to give and take, right? The more you give in some areas, the more you take in others. So, you know, just keep that in mind and find that balance point that fits you and your needs.
Yeah.
When will metal transmission gears for the Ascent 32 be available? Loving the platform.
So this is so we mentioned the links for the apexes. If you want like high clearance links, this is the guy, RC Steve. He's got a couple sets for him. I know Aaron's got a set from him.
Dude, in RC
and he's got
Steve, bro,
titanium.
I've seen those links and those are the titanium ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out.
I think he
so
also
nice.
makes aluminum or steel maybe.
Yeah.
But the titanium ones look cool.
I'll tell you guys, if you guys
So.
want them for the Ascent 32, definitely check out RC Steve. The quality of those links were amazing. I love them. As soon as I buy one, I'm going to be ordering a set for mine as well. I was actually like, can we turn them blue? Can we, right? Titanium. Can we blue them up? Let's do it. You know, so yeah, 100%. Great stuff. Great quality stuff.
But yeah, so for metal transmission gears, the 32 kind of exploded a lot more than we expected. So we weren't really planning on doing too many upgrades besides what Enduro does and what the community kind of comes out with. But we will definitely look into it. We might actually do a different transmission gear ratio in general, just to get it a little lower, so you guys can make more of the current motors on the market fit. But
Sure.
we'll see.
Absolutely. Nova Gaming says, will there be a 2S LiPo system on an RTR lowrider?
So it kind of already is.
I mean, not from us anyways, but you can, like you said, there's the ESC. You can actually just change the pin over into LiPo and you can run it off of LiPo. A lot of guys do that and they run either a 3S or a 2S battery in it. I personally, at some given point, because the high whine noise just gets on my nerves sometimes, I actually throw a really inexpensive 1080 out of the Gen 2 1080 from Hobbywing, and I bump up the output, I think, to 8.4 on those, and it just gets rid of the slight whine, and you can run those on LiPo, and I think they can handle up to 3S as well without any hiccups, any problems. So definitely something worth looking into as well. And then, of course, there's those guys that are out there that run those crazy, servos, from all those guys out there that got them, and they're just, running all kinds of other electronics. But yeah, if you want something of that nature, it's just as simple as doing that if you want to. Loving my Apex. I have 32s and wondering if there is a time frame for brushless setup to be available by us. Or will it be only for aftermarket? Thank you in advance.
For now, it's just going to be aftermarket. I know FearTech just posted theirs. I know a couple of guys have been like shoving. What's the other brand? I think I saw someone with the actual Hobbywing system that we use in our brush in the Apex. 3Flow RC, 3Flow 9 RC just came out with a motor mount adapter if you want to use one. So check that out, and then you could technically use our Apex motor.
Yeah.
But we don't sell that separately, so you'd have to probably get one from Hobbywing. But for now, like out of the box, we're probably not going to come out with an Ascent 32 brushless in a reasonable time frame.
Right.
So
I know that this gentleman here wanted to see the track width, and the best I have right now for you, because I don't have another truck with it, is
yeah, I only have one tire on this one.
right,
But
right. The wheels on the right are going to show you what the new wheels are on, and the ones on the left are the stock Apex ones. So that gives you an idea of what the track width is alone, just on what you see closest to the hub there. What's your left button now?
I have the one more, one down, one more down. Okay, one more up from that.
This one.
No, go down one. That one. I don't know what that is.
We all know about the cheater rig. What cheater rig?
What cheater rig? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let me see. Okay, here's a good one. It says, I know this is off topic, but is there a video anywhere that shows how to get you to tighten the slipper clutch on the Vertex 6?
There's no video currently. The best way to do it is do it's four bolts on the bottom to get the transmission up and out. And then is it 2 more bolts to take the cover off, I believe? I haven't done it in a little while now. It's not too hard to get to it. If you look at the manual, you can just pull kind of the front cover off the transmission and tighten it from there. So I think you can also just take the battery box out and then get it to it from the front, but I don't remember having to do that.
No, I think because I think when we were tightening mine down, I had the transmission out, so it was a little different.
Oh yeah, we were doing the dig.
Yeah,
So
we were messing around with
yeah.
that. But you know who has talked about it quite a bit? I know that Exo Cage tightened his down. I don't know if he showed a video of it, but I know he talked about it. It would be really cool to see one of those guys do one. And I mean, we might even be able to do a future showing here as well. I mean, which is a great idea for, you know, kind of like an episode. I mean, at least part of an episode.
Yeah, if we ever do another Vertex 6 one, because we have some upgrades for the Vertex 6 coming at some point. So whenever we get those, we could probably just go over it and throw that in there. So
let's see here. Okay. Messages. Okay. So guys, we appreciate you guys so much. Now let's get into some events that might be happening in your neck of the woods. This is a section of the show where we talk about shows, events that might be happening. If you have an event that you're working on or know someone that's working on an event and you want us to give them a shout out here, make sure you guys send those out to support@redcatracing.com. We'll be happy to share those with you guys on future episodes as well. But before we do that, guys, we're getting super close. I mean, we are 2 weeks away from announcing the SEMA. Sorry, I messed up again. The Redcat Lowrider Buildoff, formerly known as the SEMA Buildoff. This is a build-off event that we do year after year where we highlight the best builders in the entire worldwide. I mean, we've had people like Dylan Longcho from France that won 1 year. Jeff Lozano is a crown winner. Louis Alcala, Seth Carranza, honorable mentions, Joe Esparza. A lot of great people have been on this platform and have won amazing awards with this. Now, this is no different. We've been doing this all year this year, a little bit later in the game, but of course, the end game is to see who is the best builder out there. Now's the time to make sure that you guys are sharing your photos and tagging Redcat wherever possible. On the link in the description of this video, we'll give you a link to be able to sign up for this. The winner is going to be announced live here 2 weeks from today on November 26th. The winner is the last day to enter will be November 21st. That's a Friday. So that is not this Friday, but next Friday. So you guys have a week and 2 days left to be able to enter your builds. Tag Redcat and use the appropriate hashtags. Hashtag RC Lowrider Buildoff 25, hashtag Redcat Creations, hashtag Redcat Nation. And of course, we're going to crown the winner here. Now we're looking for 2 specific categories. One is going to be best of show, and the other one is going to be the best theme build. The options that you have to build with are going to be anything that's going to be lowrider chassis wise. So the LR260 chassis, LRH285 chassis, or the hauler can be used. And then you can cut it and splice it and anything you guys want from there on up. Bodies don't matter. You guys can have custom 3D printed bodies, whatever it is. But now's the time to make sure you guys share those bad boys up, because I'm telling you right now, the next week is going to go super fast. And if we don't get eyes on your vehicle, you may not get a chance to be able to enter in. So step one is make sure that you signed up using the link that's in the description of this video. 2, make sure that you guys are tagging us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, whatever platform you're doing on, you're posting on, so that we can see your guys' progress, not your progress, but your build itself, and we'll add it into the mix and into the ring to see who's going to be crowned the winner this year. I'm excited to see who's going to win. We've had some amazing legacy people win this prestigious award, and I can't wait to see who takes it this year. Going into events. This is going to be a local event happening November 29th. It's called the Lowrider Glitter Show. It's going to go down here in Glendale, Arizona. It's going to be an opportunity to take a free picture with Santa, some food, good times to be had. The event is set to start, I think it's from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Free pictures with Santa, as I mentioned, register cars. So looks like it's going to be a real one-to-one lowrider show itself, but honorable mention, Big Surge sent this out to us, so we always want to highlight some events that are happening here locally in Glendale. So thank you so much for that. Check it out, guys, if you guys want something to do and you guys are here local. Another local event happening, shared to me by Surge, is called Forever Mine Custom Xmas Show. This event's going to happen December 13th from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Also, it's going to be a toy drive, pictures with Santa, and even a tamale contest. I know you want to go to a tamale contest. Come on, let's go. You want to join me?
I guess. When is this?
It's the 13th.
December 13th. I got stuff to do on September.
No, you don't. You
there's,
can
a
get tamales.
there's a drift event on December 13th.
Then I'll bring the tamales to you.
My car might be done by
Wait, is it like a real one-to-one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I might have to come out and take photos then.
Yeah.
I've been telling you. You use all
My
these
car's
other,
been broken since
you
March.
use all these other cool photographers. I'm waiting for you to give me an opportunity to photograph your car. I know I'm not good enough yet, but I'm trying.
Ridiculous.
Shane, I'm trying here, bro. Help a brother out. Let me do something for you. All right, so check out that event. This will be in off of Grand Avenue in Peoria, Arizona. Thank you, sir, for sharing this one with us. Next one up here locally as well is going to be Smiley's Custom Show and Shine Hop. This is a save the date for September 27th. I don't have much more information on this, but more information I get later down the road, I'll be happy to share it with you guys. Now, going into next year, this event is going to be the event that you're not going to want to miss for you local Arizonans. I'm telling you, Arizona, stand up. It's time to show up. Sorry, it's time to pull up, show up, and show out. The Arizona Super Show RC Scene will be hosted by Skunks Hobbies and of course, a signature scale city put together by Corey Clark himself of Corey Clark Customs. This event's going to happen Saturday, February 28th at State Farm Stadium. There is a cost of $55 to enter into the show itself. You're going to want to register at the ArizonaSupershow.com. This is going to be the first time in the RC Lowrider scene at a lowrider show where we're not only going to have lowriders being on display. Yes, there's going to be the standard hop. There's going to be all of the best of show with who's got the best paint and who's got the best this and best that in different categories. But it's going to be the first time where you're going to be able to see crawlers, custom crawlers, scale RC, bashers. Doesn't matter what size it is. If it's RC related, we want it there. So come out, show up, show out. Let's have a good time. Bring your RC bashers, bring your haulers, bring your trailers, bring it all. Bring your drifters. Yes. So if you guys want to be about it, come on out, have a good time. You guys now know where it's going to be at February 28th. I want to see you guys here. Come on out and have a good time. All right, guys. With that said, we appreciate all of you guys so much for hanging out with us here today. Thank you so much for making this an enjoyable show. You already swapped everything back to the stock? Or you did another wheel?
Putting the other ones on.
Okay, put the other ones on. So appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you guys here next week, same time, same channel. Again, guys, don't forget to start posting your builds for the Redcat Lowrider Build Off. 2 weeks from today, we're going to announce the winner here live. So don't go too far. Let's make it happen. You guys stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys on the next one. Peace.